Sasha Banks' plans have leaked for AEW, the stage name, everything that you need to know, the matches that are being planned. Guys, we're going to talk about it in today's video, but first, a word from our sponsor. Today's wrestling news, I want to tell you about our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a very fun free-to-play game available on iOS, Android, and PC with over 80 million players. And the best part is, you can experience the fun right now on your phone. Raid has prepared something incredibly special for all new players this Christmas. Get ready to celebrate the 12 days of Raid. Download Raid Shadow Legends from the links below, copy your player ID from in-game, and then go to 12daysofraid.plarium.com. Enter your player ID and then set out on a fun festive adventure that lasts 12 days running from December 19th to January 10th. Each day, experience a new chapter of this wintry story and play a new minigame for a chance to win some amazing in-game and real-life prizes, including a holiday-themed Raid Champions and even Amazon gift cards worth up to $1,000. Existing Raid players, we're not leaving you out. Head to 12daysofraid.plarium.com where you can find a special holiday promo code that everyone can use for a small festive gift. Raid Shadow Legends is turning up a notch and hooking you up with a rowdy new player character. That's right, I'm talking about WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. You can get Ronda for free right now, whether you're a new or a long-time player, just by logging into Raid. All you gotta do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th, and Ronda Rousey is yours. These graphics are incredible. Just take a look at Ronda Rousey. She's so cool. She's got this tough arena fighter look with her clan sash around her, and of course, the Fist of Fire. Not only does Ronda look strong, but she's honestly a really big threat on the battlefield too. She's got a bunch of multi-hit skills, making her perfect for taking on bosses like the Fire Knight, and yes, she hits like a steam train too. Better yet, her second skill blocks both active and passive skills, making her perfect for shutting down those super tough arena teams. If that's not enough, her third skill is not only a powerful AoE attack, but it actually makes her immune to all turn meter reductions when it's not on cooldown. How great is that? And even after you've used it, it still reduces all turn meter reduction effects by half when it's on cooldown, so Ronda could keep on trucking. Whether it's PvP battles or taking on tricky bosses, Ronda will find a place on any team. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen and you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking about a free epic champion, Vergus, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and yes, 1 ancient shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. And all of this treasure will be waiting for you right here. Guys, Raid Shadow Legends looks like a console game, but you could play it on your phone, and this is an offer you definitely don't want to pass up. Get in on the action and join Raid Shadow Legends today. Alright guys, now it's time to talk about the leaked news coming from Sasha Banks and AEW. This is very interesting. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Jade Cargill is definitely in the plans, but let's take a look at this report from Slice Wrestling. Now, if you guys didn't know, Slice Wrestling has actually dropped some very accurate reports in the past. And obviously, as any time we talk about wrestling reports, take things, they're not 100% definite, but this is one that definitely sounds realistic and possible. So for those who don't know, Mercedes Varnado is now in Japan. She's getting prepped for New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom 17. But now it appears we know the stage name for Mercedes Varnado, aka Sasha Banks, and it appears to be Mercedes Moné, which I think is the way it's pronounced. But she's expected to challenge the winner of the IWGP Women's Championship match between Kari and Tam Nakano. And now, obviously, we know AEW is planning this massive episode of Dynamite for January 11th, so it shouldn't be a surprise if Sasha Banks is, in fact, the mystery partner for Saraya. With that being said, though, what's really interesting is Tony Khan already has some huge blockbuster matches for her to take place. One of the major matches Tony Khan has discussed is Mercedes versus Jade Cargill at All Out 2023, and the current plan is for Jade Cargill to win the AEW Women's Championship in 2023 while continuing her dominating undefeated streak. AEW will build up Jade Cargill versus Mercedes as a massive blockbuster match and will be one of the major matches for AEW in 2023. Now, this actually makes a lot of sense, and quite honestly, I think this is something I definitely support. Based on the last few episodes of AEW Dynamite, I've talked about it on my live streams. AEW is starting to pick up momentum. They're starting to have continuity with their storytelling again on a week-to-week basis. And now that ROH isn't a major factor on the show, I definitely see the improvement of the overall product. So if you're bringing in Sasha Banks and you're going to bring this massive storyline with her and Jade Cargill, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of fans were speculating that's exactly what was happening with Bow Wow getting involved with Jade Cargill. A lot of people expect Bow Wow to have a celebrity friend, who in this case would be Sasha Banks. Now, I'm actually really intrigued to see what they do here. I think Mercedes Varnado is going to be a big hit in AEW. And honestly, I do think this is going to be a massive feud for Jade Cargill, which ultimately benefits Jade Cargill. I know some people are definitely a little bit more on the negative side with her in terms of the praise, but I think she is a great superstar. I think she's got a lot of skills. I think she's improving a lot, and I think she's just an overall superstar. And honestly, when you pair her up with Jade, or with Mercedes and Jade being paired together, I just think it's going to be a massive win. Now, for those who didn't know, I do want to bring some attention to Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti. As you guys know, they won the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championship belts at Triple Mania this past year. However, there seems to be a couple things that could very well be a negative for AEW, because AAA has decided to strip them from their championship belts, and a lot of this actually has to do with AEW's decision to keep Ty Mello in the U.S. for her match on Dynamite. Remember, she was just on Dynamite with Anna Jay, and well, basically AAA wasn't too happy about that. So now it appears that there could be some issues between AAA and AEW. I think this is all very interesting, considering that WWE just signed Dragon Lee. WWE has massive plans for their NXT globalization plans. Obviously, nothing is set in stone, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you see WWE try to swoop in and sign a major deal with AAA, especially with WWE trying to expand the NXT brand and the globalization plans. I think it makes a lot of sense. And, you know, things like this with AAA and AEW, small little issues like this could be enough for AAA to actually find some sort of deal with WWE. But yeah, they were stripped of their championship belts. It's unfortunate, but ultimately at the end of the day, for Tony Khan, his biggest priority is his show, not anybody else's. That's why partnerships could be a little bit dangerous and they could be a little bit of an issue. But nonetheless, Tony Khan is definitely getting AEW back on track. Whatever happens in AAA should definitely not be a concern to Tony Khan at this moment. I think he's got to focus on putting on the best possible show. And ultimately, I think that's what he's been doing these last few weeks. So it's definitely a great improvement for sure. And our last story of the day, just something really quickly. WrestleVotes put out a tweet. Basically, WWE is looking at signing more high-profile talent to the company. We saw this with Dragon Lee. Essentially, WWE came to this decision when they noticed that Dragon Lee was working AEW without a contract. Once they realized that WWE was bringing in more talent. I've talked about this before. WWE has a lot of big plans to sign more talent, more indie wrestlers, more wrestlers with experience, bring them to NXT. NXT's plans are shifting major in 2023. I'm super excited about that Dragon Lee signing. I thought he was great. I'm surprised AEW didn't sign him. AEW did sign Bandito. Obviously, that's been criticized because we don't see Bandito on a week-to-week basis. But ultimately, I think WWE attracting and signing more of this talent could be a really good thing for their overall brand. And look at that. WWE and AEW doing good things once again at the same time. It's a really nice thing to see. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys want more videos like this, click that subscribe button, and I'll keep you updated as time goes on.